Hey there, gorgeous, and a very happy first day of Drugstore December. So if you are new to my channel and you're not familiar with what I do in December, this is the month where I focus specifically on drugstore makeup or money-saving theme ideas, and I post a lot of videos. I mean, I'm posting 4 videos a week this month, Lord willing. So if you'd like to be notified of content like this in the future, please subscribe for more video notifications of this type. Today I'm showing you a full face of my most used, most loved, favorited drugstore makeup items that I discovered in 2022. So if you'd like to see what I'm wearing here up close, stay tuned. Before I get into the makeup portion of this video, we'll first talk about skincare. I don't talk about skincare application much before makeup because I feel like it's rather one of those subjects most people don't want to hear over and over and over again, so that's why I don't really talk about it as much. But since we're doing a full face of favorites here today, we'll start with skincare. The one skincare product that I've been loving the most this past year was the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Hydro Gel Moisturizer. This contains hyaluronic acid, peptides. It's a very lightweight moisturizer, which is what I like the most about it, and it does not allow for makeup to fall apart. It wears really well underneath makeup. Over the top of that, I apply my sunscreen. The one that I've been using the most is this one from Blvd. I found this on Amazon. It's their Aqua Rich SPF 50 Watery Essence. What I love about it is that it is not too thick and it dries pretty quickly. It's another one that does not, what's the word I'm looking for? Interfere, there we go, interfere with the makeup wear over the top. On my lips, I am still using the AOA Studio Coconut Lip Mask. I love this stuff. I usually apply it at the beginning of my routine in preparation for lipstick. And then the last product that I've really been loving this past year that I discovered is from Ulta Beauty, and this is the Poreless Face Primer. And let me show you why I love this stuff. But to see it, you got to come in real close. So come here, come here. There you are, hello. It's clear, so it looks like that, but watch what it does. Look at this. It makes your peers makes your peers go bye-bye. No, it makes your pores go sayonara, suckers. Look, 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 look. Ah, oh, oh, oh. No mo, no mo. And it keeps makeup intact too all day long. It's a really amazing primer that I have been head over heels for this past year. For my eyes, I am going to apply a primer first. My favorite go-to has been the one from Alter Ego Cosmetics. It's not drugstore per se, that you can't buy it in a drugstore, but I love their eyeshadow primer. The palette that I've been using the most this past year, that probably doesn't really need an introduction because I've been talking about it so much, is the e.l.f. I Love You a Latte. And I just want to say a very special shout out to Nick, by the way, one of our friends here on the channel. He sent me 4 backups of this palette. I think you can tell I've been using it a lot. So thank you, Nick. Thank you for sending 4 backups. Praise Jesus, I have 4 now. I'm good. I'm good. The other one that I've been using a lot is this one from e.l.f. and this is the one in Cream and Sugar. And I've been combining them up together to create so many amazing looks. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. What I'm first going to do is take this shade from the palette. I've been using this in place of my Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow, which is usually the one that I will use to apply to my brow bone before I do any eyeshadow application. Going in with my most favorite shade. You know, I realized why I like this one so much. It's because it's a cool toned neutral. It's the most perfect brown, I feel like, not only for transition purposes, like I applied it a lot in my crease, but this is one that I wear all over my eyes when I want a very fast, simple look, and the compliments that I receive when I'm wearing just that eyeshadow, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a very simple eyeshadow. This is a $3 palette, but I feel like it brings me the most compliments of any eyeshadow palette I own. And then from the Cream and Sugar palette, one of my most favorite shades is this one right here. It's such a beautiful, vibrant color. Really brightens the eyes. You can apply it dry. It looks beautiful like that. I like to apply it wet, so I'm going to spritz it here with a setting spray and apply it to the inner corner, the inner half of the eye, I should say. Isn't that beautiful? Ah, so beautiful. This is a look that I wear all the time on my own, like when I'm not filming, but this is another look that would be really, really, really gorgeous for your holiday events and whatnot, because it is so simple, but it makes your eyes just pop. The last shade that I take is the dark brown from the Cream and Sugar palette. And I use that on the outer third of the lid. And then I take a very, very small amount on a fluffy brush like this. This is from Crown. This is their C511 brush. And I'll use this to blend it up into the outer corner a little bit more and add some definition to the eyes. I wore it to a wedding recently, actually. This was my makeup look at the wedding, and it was beautiful. Now, traditionally, what I would do is I would also take that dark brown from the Cream and Sugar palette and use it to line my eyes. I love doing it like that, but I've also really, really been enjoying, just this past year, in the past few months or so, lining my eyes with eyeliner. And this one has become my absolute favorite. It's from Essence. It's their Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. It's waterproof, and this is in the shade But First Espresso. And I have been lining my upper lash line with it. It stays all day. It does not move. It's a wonderful pencil. My favorite brow product of the entire year is the one from Undone Beauty, and that's the Flawlush Brow Pen. This is, I always open it the wrong way. This is in the shade, what is it? Warm Brown. It's been my absolute favorite. It just makes my brows look fabulous. And it's really easy to get the hang of. So it's a pen, and I draw little brow hair strokes through my brows. It's one of the most natural looking pens I've ever used. It looks fabulous. The other thing I really like about this pen is that it's the perfect color. It's not orangey, it's not red, it's not too brown. It's a perfect match with my hair color. And one of my favorite mascaras that I discovered this past year was within the past 2 months or so, I believe it was, I discovered this one. The one from Blvd. I love this mascara. This is the Volumize Waterproof Mascara. You can find this in Dollar General for $5. Not only does this do a beautiful job of lengthening, separating, but it holds a curl all day long, and it looks amazing. It's one of the few mascaras that I have where I'll just wear it all by itself on days when I skip my false lashes and I just go for like uber natural. This is the mascara that I go to. I love it. I'm having a bit of a bad lash day here, but I'm gonna loop in the video of when I first tried this out so you can see what it did to my lashes. It was awesome, and that video really did exemplify this mascara. The lashes that I have been using a lot since I first discovered them are these from Kiss, and these are the ones in the style Pret-a-Porter. I believe that's how you say it, but I love these because of how they look on my eyes, and I'm getting ready to show you why I love them. Bam! I mean, you see why I love these lashes? Oh my gosh. They have been my absolute favorites ever since I discovered them. I love them, and I think I've worn them for a total of, oh goodness, maybe 15 times before they started to fall apart, but you can get a lot of wear just from one pair. You just got to really take care of them. For the rest of the face, okay, the most used foundation for me this past year was the L'Oreal True Match Nude, and this is a hyaluronic tinted moisturizer, tinted serum, however you want to say that. I am on my second bottle of this stuff. I love it. It's, what I like the most about it is that it's very sheer. Not sheer in a sense of that it doesn't do any coverage or anything, but it feels sheer. Like, it's very lightweight, and it makes your skin look like skin. It's very moisturizing to the skin, and it lasts. It's not one of those that's going to fall apart, break down, and I've really been enthralled with it. It is a dupe for the NARS Light Reflecting foundation. I did compare the two in a video this past year, and it's been, wow. It was an honest to goodness dupe, and huge cost savings between the two too. Gorgeous. Okay, for the under eye concealer, the Catrice Cosmetics True Skin has been my go-to favorite this entire past year. It's an 18-hour wear concealer. It is waterproof. I did a pool test with it over the summer. Oh my gosh, does not move, stays put, and it does not crease. You do not need much because it is super, super pigmented, but the coverage is absolutely gorgeous with this stuff. And so there you can see the little amount that I used, how beautiful that looks. For reference, for those who ask, I am number 10 Cool Cashmere. I get asked that a lot, and I always forget to say what I am. I believe it was someone here on the channel who turned me on to this next product, and that is the NYX Wonder Stick Cream Contour. I, surprisingly, had not used it before this year. And the second that I did start to use it, I fell in love with it because it is not only beautiful on the skin, but it is so easy to blend in and it looks great. You can also use your fingers. You don't need a brush. It blends in so easily and it doesn't look overdone. It doesn't look overstated. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I should just call this video, I love it. I love it. I do. What I like about it too, it's hard to make a mistake. Even if you apply too much, it blends away beautifully in the areas where you don't want it. Like if I had applied too much of this, all I would need to do is go back with my damp sponge that I was using earlier and then lightly tap over the edges, blend over it very softly, and it would take away the excess with very little effort required from me. My favorite blush of the year would have to be the one from Honest Beauty. This is their cream blush in Rose Pink. It is such a beautiful shade, looks very natural on the skin, really easy to apply and blend in, and all you really need is your finger for blending it in. And you do not need much of the product at all either, because a little bit goes a long way. It's just stunning. It adds a beautiful flush of color to the skin. It's cream, so it's not going to look dry or overdone. It's excellent for those with dry skin. I just love it. And then to set the shiny areas, because yeah. A few of you turned me on to the Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder this past year. It's been my go-to ever since. I love this stuff because I'll show you why. It's one of those products where I can't tell you, I have to show you. So I am going to set underneath my eyes and down the T-zone. Watch, look at, oh, it's a filter. It's a filter in a canister. Filter in a canister. It blurs everything. It's wonderful stuff. I am going back and adding a little bit of eyeshadow on my lower lash line. And the shade that I'm going to use is that one that's really worn down there. This is from the I Love You a Latte palette, and I'm going to run it on the outer half of the lower lash line and then go in with the Blvd mascara that I used earlier. Finally, for lips, my favorite combo over the past year, the one that I wore the most, was this one. Flower Beauty's Spiced Petal all over the lips. Then I took a little bit of e.l.f.'s Creme lipstick. That's the shade. It's not the actual name. I think it's, yeah, Seriously Satin is the name of the lipstick, and then the shade is Creme. And I used that to go over the center of the lips. And so these are the products that I used the most this past year in a variety of different ways, but it was consistently coming back to this group of specific products. And I would quite often use the Honest Beauty Cream Cheek Color also as a lipstick. Really beautiful when applied to the lips too. So it's one of those multi-function type products. And there are so many eyeshadow looks I can create just from these two eyeshadow palettes alone. Just these two. And I may have to do a video on my top looks using just these palettes because, oh my gosh, favorites. So if you're interested in anything that I showed you here today, I will have everything listed and linked for you below in the description box. If you happen to click through, they will be affiliate links, so thank you in advance for helping to support this channel and our family. Please subscribe for more videos like this in Drugstore December. I hope you have a beautifully blessed weekend ahead. I speak love, peace, and joy into you and into your home. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.